Welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Vivian Atud. If this is your first time on the channel, you are our VIP. You're welcome. Like our channel, subscribe, and enable notifications so when we make other content that is relevant to you, you would be number one to know. I am excited about today's video, and we are looking at what business are you in? And this is part of our success series. What business are you in? Understanding your value proposition. So let me take you back history lane. Imagine it was the 1990s, the late 90s to be more precise, and a small company by the name of Netflix is mailing DVDs to its customers' homes. They were in the business of convenient rental. I mean, taking it a step forward from, if we all remember Video Town, you had to go there, shuffle through the videos that were that were interesting to you and your family, pick them off the shelves and go home on a Friday evening, or whenever you really wanted to watch videos, you went through Video Town, picked your favorite videos, and then went home. Then Netflix came and said, no, we could make this easier for you. We could mail the DVDs to your hometown, and you don't need to come to our outlets. And that made sense at the time. But fast forward a few years after that, they made a radical decision. They asked themselves, are we just a DVD rental company? Or is there something bigger to Netflix? Is there something bigger here? That question changed everything for them. It changed everything for them. And today, Netflix has become what? A global giant. They are now a global giant, not just in DVD rentals anymore, but they are in entertainment on demand. Entertainment on demand. What if they had never really paused and asked themselves, what business are we really in? I mean, if they had not stopped and asked themselves that question, they might still be doing video rental and on demand, and they will make money, but they will not be the giants that we know today. So the question is, that was Netflix. What about you? What about you? Do you really know what business you are in? You might be selling a product, you might be selling a service. That's great, but there is a good chance that there is something bigger to your business than what you are offering today. So in today's video, we are going to dig deeper and to help you understand the real value proposition of your business. What's my real value proposition? And that can change your business, that can transform your business for life. It did for Netflix, it did for many other companies when they took time to ask themselves, what business am I really in? So grab a notebook, because you will need to take down some notes during this episode. This will give you new understanding of what you are really selling. If you are new to our channel, again, please like our channel, subscribe to our channel, enable notification, and then you can thank me later. So let's get into the 5 things. I mean, there are more, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 key things that would help you unpack the real value proposition of your business. So, number one is discover your core offering. Discover your core offering. I mean, let's take the example of Starbucks. I mean, at a first glance, you can say, oh, Starbucks is in the business of selling coffee, right? They sell coffee. But Starbucks doesn't just sell coffee. They offer what they call a third place. They are clear about their value, their core offering. They are clear to say, we offer a third place, a place between the home and the workplace where you can relax, where you can socialize, where you can be part of a community. And when you pause and think about that, you're like, wow, just coffee? And that becomes a third place. Yes, because they carefully thought about what is their core offering. Is it just coffee? And the answer to that question for them was no, we offering a third place. So what about you? What about you? Ask yourself, what am I really selling? What am I really selling? It could be convenience. It could be you're selling luxury. It could be you're selling an experience. So reflect on this. Are you meeting the need, or are you creating an experience? I'll leave you to think about that and answer that question. But I want you for a moment to really write down some of the things that you think are your core offerings. Sum it up just in one sentence. In one sentence, that will help you clarify. And make no mistake, if you are still wondering how to sit and craft your core offering just beyond a mere product, I mean, check some of the resources in the description. Join some of our free webinars, some of our free courses that we actually delve deeper into creating and discovering your core business offering, and this will change your life. Send us an email, check the description, and you would get more resources that can help you understand what is your core offering. So this leads us to what? Point number 2. Understand your customers. The good book, the Bible, tells us in Mark chapter 10 and in verse 45. I mean, even if you are not a believer in the Bible, I think you will agree with this. And Jesus said, I came not to be served, but to serve. I came not to be served, but to serve others. So when you think about this in terms of your customer need, in terms of your business, are you actively listening to your customers? Do you truly understand what they want, what they need? And when you begin to ask yourself that question, I mean, like Jesus, he was clear. He knew that in serving people, he would be able to advance his message. I mean, remember, in other scriptures, Jesus said, the Holy Spirit, the power of God, it's upon me. He has anointed me to preach the good news, to heal the sick, to set the captives free, to announce the year of the Lord. But in order for him to achieve this, his core mandate, he says, I come not to be served, but to serve. Because in doing this mission of why I am here, I need to keep understanding my customer needs. So look at a business like Amazon. They rose to the top by listening to customers, starting from being just an ordinary online bookstore, transforming. I mean, that was huge transformation. The bookstore business as we knew it, to an online environment in a way that no one had thought about before. And they continued listening and recrafting. And today you can buy anything on Amazon, and you can buy things and get it quicker. And they continue to listen to customers, and they continue to refine their business and moving away just from selling books to selling everything and selling software products and cloud products and lots of things. Why? Because they kept listening to customers. What else do people want online? What else do people want to buy at convenience? What else? And when they kept listening to consumers, they kept improving their business offering and expanding their business offering. Because guess what? When you listen to your consumers, you don't just offer them the convenience of what they want, you also expand your business because they tell you new things that they actually need. So it's important for you to pause at this and ask yourself, what are some of the top 3 complaints that you might have received from your consumers? What are some of the top 3 things that people tell you about? And what does this reveal to you Are they telling you, are they pointing you to some customer needs that you need to work on? Because, and that's why it's always important to ask for feedback. It's always important to ask people to comment or review your product offering, because that helps you to actually understand what is it that need and what is it I'm not doing right, or is there any unmet needs that I am actually ignoring. So, like I said, point number one, you need to discover your core offering just beyond a product, beyond a service. You need to understand what the customer needs. Customer is king. And this takes us to point number three. Clarify your value proposition. When you understand your core offering, when you understand what the customer needs, now what is your value proposition? How do you position yourself in the market? And let me take us to look at this example. I mean, think about Uber. Um, Uber has what, a clear value proposition, and they say their value proposition is what, get a ride within minutes. Um, that clarity is what connects them to their markets. I mean, um, yesterday I had an incident, and what happened? I mean, some lights were left on in my car outside, and a few hours after, I was going downstairs trying to go for a meeting. And guess what? When I opened and got into the car and tried to start the car, I realized indicator lights were left on for hours. And what happened? The battery ran down. And what did I do? I just went to my phone, and when I tried to look at jumpstart on call, the earliest one was going to come in 30 to 45 minutes. But then I remembered there is an auto zone just about 5 minutes or 7 minutes away. So I was like, if I could get myself to auto zone quickly, I could buy a jumpstart box, and I could come and quickly get the car started within fewer minutes than calling a jumpstart on call service that was telling me that between 30 and 45 minutes. So, guess what? I just went to Uber and ordered an Uber. Within a few minutes, I got a ride. I went there and I asked the Uber driver, would you just wait? Let me pick up this jumpstart box and you take me back. And he did. And he did not just come and drop me off, he actually dropped out of his Uber, took the jumpstart box, switch it on, plug the car, and jump started the car for me. And I mean, I was grateful. Paid him for his service, gave him some tips. But that's just a business. I mean, when you want to do things, it took me less than 30 minutes to get all that done, as opposed to actually ordering a jumpstart service on demand, which was telling me 30 to 45 minutes waiting time. So when you understand the business that you're in, and guess what, I'm a happy Uber customer. So their value proposition, it's clear, it makes sense to me as a customer. And if your value proposition doesn't make sense to your customers, guess what? They will check next door. So it is important to use practical tools like a value proposition canvas that can actually help you to articulate exactly what makes your business unique. Because now it's not just about the service. I mean, many people are in the business of selling coffee, but guess what? Everyone knows there is a coffee shop and there is a Starbucks. Everyone knows there are car rentals and there is Uber or this. I mean, make no mistake, I'm no marketing agent for Uber or any of this, but I'm just talking about the value proposition that they makes, and it makes sense to consumers. How do you make your value more unique? And using value proposition canvas can help you. This tool can help you look at, what do I offer, Who do I serve? Why does it matter to me? And how is my business unique? So when you try to answer these questions by filling up the value proposition canvas, and I mean, if this is sounding like Greek to you or you don't understand this, check some of the links in the description, reach out to us, and be part of some of our courses where we deal with these tools and can assist you to take your business from just selling a product or just selling a service to actually meeting a particular customer needs and packaging your value proposition in a way that makes sense. So, point number four, adapt and innovate. Adapt and innovate. I mean, when we think about Apple and in the early days, they started as a company that was just selling computers. Think about the days of Macintosh and moving to different types of computers, the MacBook, and all types. And they have moved to cell phones, to wearable technology, and beyond and beyond and beyond. And from one product, they keep adapting to how else do I make communication more convenient for our market, for our consumers. And they keep doing that and meeting the needs, and the business keep expanding. And I mean, when you think about 2008 and 2007, 8, and you look at when the Apple phone first came out. And before that, I mean, the story reads, Steve Jobs was asking a highly recognized expert in the mobile communication industry, world renowned, and asking him, what do you think about? I'm thinking of bringing a new product to the market, um, a cell phone. I believe a touchscreen cell phone will make a difference in the market. And this expert told Steve Jobs that the market is saturated. The market is saturated. There is already Nokia, there is Motorola, there is all these companies, there is BlackBerry, and which market are you trying to fill? And guess what? This expert did not pause and think about the fact that this was about innovation. It was not just about phones, but it was actually about offering them in a new way, the touchscreen, and bringing the internet and every kind of thing to the cell phone. And guess what? From that 2008 till now, I mean, every single year we've had a new iPhone, and we are on iPhone 16 right now. Against all odds, call it against all odds. And why? Because of product innovation. So innovate and adapt. No doubt the Bible says in Isaiah 43 and in verse 19, and God was saying, behold, I'm doing a new thing. Consider the former things not. I'm doing a new thing. He says, I'm even building a highway in the wilderness. Can't you perceive it? Can't you realize that things? I'm a God of innovation. I'm a God of change. I mean, think if God is a God of innovation and change, so your business just needs to continue on the path of innovation, of change, of evolving and addressing customer needs in ways sometimes that customers did not even think about themselves. So identify. Identify. I always say our video, our presentations are practical, and that's why I always say have your notebook, have a pen, take notes, because it's all about, it's not about how many videos you watch, it's not about how much content you pay attention to, it's actually about how this transforms your life. And the goal here is actually transforming your business. So look at areas of your business, of your product, where you could actually adapt your business, where you could change. Maybe it's about adding a few features to your product, or improving your customer experience, or rethinking everything about your offering. So think about that, write some of those things down so that you begin to ask and craft yourself, what business am I in? And finally, this takes us to the fifth point. Know what you are really selling. Know what you are really selling. I cannot overemphasize this. I mean, look at Nike. I mean, someone would think that they are in the business of just selling shoes. No, they are selling aspiration. They are selling empowerment. They are selling a promise to athletes that you will achieve. Just show up in your Nike shoes and you are an achiever. So when you think about the emotional connection that you are creating for your customers, are you selling just a product, or are you selling a dream, a feeling of confidence? Are you selling an aspiration? Or are you improving our community? So when you begin to think of your product and your service just beyond the physical product, but taking it to a level of an emotional contribution or an emotional connection, then you make a bigger difference. So I want you to begin to think of your marketing speech, your marketing um, documents, your pitch, and all that. Rewrite them. Rewrite your elevation pitch based on these 5 things that you have learned. Discovering your core product, or your core offering, understanding your customers, clarifying your value proposition, adapting to change and innovation, and what are you really offering. I think that if you can recraft your elevation pitch, incorporating all of this, you will make a difference to your business. So now that you've reflected on your true business, it's time to do or take action. It's time to take action. Take what you've discovered today and rewrite your elevation pitch and your value proposition. Commit to making changes and let that guide you to actually rewrite your business in a way that you meet customer needs. So share some of the comments, some of the things that you are rewriting in your value proposition in the comment. Connect with our community, join some of our training courses so that we help you to repackage your value proposition. Now that you have this clarity, it's time for you to take your business to the next level of improving your value proposition and telling the market what business you are really in. I hope this made sense to you. Keep repackaging your business, keep repackaging your product, and keep succeeding. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.